specifically lives in Clay Township, we're continuing to find that more and more people are requesting tuition assistance. And we want to make sure that a leader isn't precluded from participating in the program just because of tuition. And then the final piece is we'd like you to consider providing a grant to help launch our youth leadership program, so kind of to cover the startup cost. Now this is in the early phases, so one of the things that we'd like to do is commit to matching dollar for dollar that part of our grant request. So if you were to award it, we would match it, just so you have the confidence that we are serious about moving forward with this. And with that, again, I just would like to thank you for always being such a great supporters and great champions of HCLA.
Thank you. Carmel United Methodist. Carmel Clay Historical Society. Weird.
My name is Debbie Gangstad, and I'm the Executive Director of the Carmel Clay Historical Society. Our mission is, of course, to understand the history of our community, and one of the things that we have decided for this particular year and going forward for many years is to make sure that we include everyone in that endeavor. We've done a very good job in the past to have second graders. Every second grader in Carmel Clay schools goes around Carmel on a walking tour, and we've done a very good job with some of our retirement facilities, and now we are expanding that to middle school. One of the middle schools has called us so we can start that collaboration, and we have also decided to reach out to newcomers to Carmel because our mantra is, if you're here, you're part of Carmel's history. We are asking for $20,000, and the biggest part of that request is for a video that we use for the students that we've used for many years, but it is outdated because it's called Change in Communities. And Carmel is so great about the changing community on a daily basis. So we are going to try very hard to reconfigure that so when the kids, before they come to the walking tour, they will be ready. That involves a number of parents as well, and I wanted to say that some of the parents are more interested than the kids and end up coming back later. We also have learned from some of our millennial members that we need to update our website programs so that they can understand better how to get to our resources, and we have a collection program that we need to update as well. The Historical Society needs to just be updated, so that's what we're in the process of doing. We thank you for your help, and we look forward to working with you all of you in the future, because you're part of Carmel.
You've got it down here as 21,100.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's right.
Is that the correct number?
That is correct, sorry. And I also need to say the lady that will probably be writing our grant, well, I know will be writing our grant, is in Italy on a work-study grant. So she will get that finished and get the exact, maybe this was my idea. She may have some others. Thanks.
Thank you, Mrs. Gangstad. Carmel Clay Library Foundation. Thank you, Bob.
I'm Bob Swaney. I'm the director of Carmel Clay Public Library. I'm standing in for our foundation director, Elizabeth Hamilton. She couldn't be here, but she did want me to extend her thanks for your past support, mainly for our summer reading program. We've asked for $20,000 to support our 2020 summer reading program. The foundation supports the library in our summer reading initiative, and part of their strategy to do that is through this grant proposal. our summer reading program, our target is every child in Carmel, and our aspiration is to have 10,000 kids sign up to participate in the program. We were very, very close to that last year. I would say the summer reading program is one of the major initiatives that the library does in a single year. We visit every school, elementary school in May, and try to get some information in the hands of kids and families. We set up a special service desk at the library just to service this program in the summer. And we have special performers, artists, musicians, authors. And so the main reason to do it is pretty simple. It's good to keep kids reading, and your packet has some information that shows that kids that read on a regular basis, it increases the vocabulary of younger readers, and it enhances the academic performance of younger students. And we hope to foster just a lifelong love of reading through the program. We also encourage families to participate, so we have a lot of families that do participate, and it's good to see people coming in and all ages participating together. So this is one of our key programs. We want to keep it going strong. We have a lot of initiatives coming up, and we can't lose sight of our important summer reading program. We are opening a branch and planning some other things in the coming year, so the support for this is critical to the library. Thank you.
Thank you. I will say I miss Liz because she usually brings us a bag that we can carry all of this home in. And a sidebar, and many of you who know me and hear me talk a lot, I always cite that by every metric measurable, we have the greatest fire department in the country, by every measurable metric, and we have the greatest parks department in the country, by every measurable metric. And the one thing we don't talk enough about is we have the greatest library, especially if your community's our size in the country. And I don't know if you said, Bob runs the library, and he does a darn good job at it, so thank you.
Thank you very much.
Fire bus. Now that I've teed up the fire department. Thank you.
My name is Renee Butts with Carmel Fire Department, and I'm assisting the project coordinator, retired Chief Dufek, Battalion Chief Dufek, who is our project coordinator for the Engine 1 restoration. We are asking for $30,000 to go toward our restoration of Engine 1. It is an original 1960 engine. It will be housed at the Carmel Fire Buffs, which, as you know, you just heard from the Historical Society that every second grader goes through a historical tour. The Fire Buffs is on that tour. So every second grader from Carmel Clay Township will get to see that fire engine. The thing that's unique about that fire engine is it was an actual truck from Carmel. There are other fire trucks there, and don't get me wrong, they're really cool, but they're not Carmel fire trucks. This is an original Carmel fire truck that ran these streets beginning in 1960 that actually helped Carmel citizens. So we are, it has been located. This project was started in 2017, as you well know. You helped get it off the ground. And we're anticipating, our goal is to have it restored to parade quality beauty, and hopefully in the Carmel Fest Parade for 2020, allowing our Carmel Fire retirees to ride on it. So that is the goal. In addition to every second grader getting to touch and see that truck at the Fire Buffs, we're planning on using it in the high school for their homecoming parades. It's going to have a lot of different functions, different birthday functions, that kind of thing. So there's a lot of outreach. In addition, the Carmel Fire Buffs has outreach that's not just local. We even had two different families in the last 2 weeks, one from Ukraine and one from Belarus, that toured the Fire Buffs. So the outreach is global. But there's a packet there that tells you all about the fire engine, how we found it, how we confirmed that it is an actual Carmel Fire Department engine. And do you have any questions?
This is great. And for the rest of you, the Carmel Fire Bus Museum is about to get a major facelift.
And I'll
Yes.
say this too. The Carmel Fire Buffs not only is getting a major facelift, it has been secured. We were a little nervous, like what would happen to it being prime real estate. It is secured that fire station will stay there. And it's a pretty interesting tour if you get a chance. I highly recommend you stopping in to go see it.
Again, Mary, can you
And pick up a pamphlet because it's also included in our impact on the community.
So the Firehouse Museum is going to be expanded, and then we're also going to incorporate a Survive Alive, which is an interactive kind of miniature city within a building, so kids know how to get out of a burning house, or what to do in an earthquake, or the creepy neighbor across the street. It's going to be
It's going to be a really awesome thing. And this may be a little unorthodox, but for the lady in the striped jacket from NAMI, was that it? I've taken that CIT class, and it's amazing, so.
endorsed. Thank you. Carmel Community Players. Booth Tarkington.
Don't have a fancy folder, but I do have things for you.
Get extra points if it's red.
Really, yeah.
My favorite color is red. The Historic Society gave King Close, that's burgundy.
Okay, well, I'll ask the designers to provide that for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Whoops, and here it is.
Thank you, Julia. Thank you.
Absolutely. Hello, everyone. My name is Julia Bonet, and I am the Director of Development and Administration at Booth Tarkington Civic Theatre. Civic Theatre is a community-based performing arts organization that has been a vital part of the Central Indiana community since 1915. So we've been serving community members for over 100 years. First of all, I want to say thank you to the Clay Township Board of Trustees. We are so grateful for your past support over the past several years, which has allowed us to reach thousands of Clay Township residents. Mostly these residents include seniors and children. Through our Sneak View program, we open up the final dress rehearsal of every main stage performance to some of the senior living facilities in our community. This encourages social interaction as well as lifelong learning. Additionally, we serve preschool and kindergarten students through a backstage pass. We bring the kids to the theater to view simple machines, a lighting demonstration, a sound demonstration, so they're learning about STEM while also learning about being an artist. Finally, we provide scholarship tickets to students from Orchard Park Elementary to attend the Cat in the Hat every February. As Orchard Park is a Title I school, a lot of these children may not be able to attend the theater otherwise. So in 2020, we are looking to expand our Sneak View program. We did a little test run with Prime Life Enrichment. We brought the seniors to Civic Theatre to try out one of our community days. We talked to a lot of our contacts at these senior living facilities to figure out what is another way to reach this growing population. And the overwhelming response we got is that they are interested in daytime activities that get people out and socialize. So we took our Backstage Pass model and created a new program for seniors where we bring them backstage, and then we end in our rehearsal halls with a master class or a lecture from someone on our artistic team. So this first one was with Brent Marty, who's our Director of Music and Education, and we talked all about how the actors learn music and what it takes to really have a live orchestra and do live music for the show. They loved it. It was great. It was really cute. So we are looking to expand that program and also take a program into the communities, which is on that application. And then we are also looking to expand our ticket scholarships to other Title I schools in Clay Township, including Forestdale Elementary and Carmel Elementary. So to do this, we are asking for $5,000 to serve over 950 Clay Township residents this year, or next year, I guess. Any questions?
We won't have to worry about Orchard Park next year.
No, well, yeah. So we're looking to include those other schools.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Julia. CSO. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi there, I'm Jen Weber, and I'm on the board for the Carmel Symphony, and I'm also a musician. I've played in the Carmel Symphony for 22 seasons, and unfortunately our executive director was out of town and couldn't be here. But we want to also thank you for your prior support of our organization. And tonight I want to just talk a little bit about, we have been around, this is our 44th season, producing family-friendly concerts. We do a variety of programming. We do classical, popular music, film music. Every year we give a free outdoor concert that's coming up with Carmel Fest on July 4th. And during that, we're at the gazebo, and we perform for more than about 25,000 listeners. And tonight, we're requesting a grant for $30,000 to support some of our most popular programming that we think is supporting our mission to making music matter for audience of all ages, but particularly for our educational programming for kids. And for the youth, we do an exciting side-by-side program that collaborates with the Carmel High School Orchestra. And unlike other orchestras, we have our principal musicians are all high school students, and so we really are excited about that. And we also feature our Young Artist Competition winners, so it's an opportunity for a young artist to come and perform also. And that concert is with elementary through high school seniors throughout Indiana. So the grant will let us keep that ticket price really affordable. We have a $15 ticket for adults and a $5 student ticket. So we also have a Sounds Exciting concert that we do for 2,000 fifth grader students, and that is for all of Carmel Clay School District. And we have students as far as Westfield, Washington, Heritage Christian, and several other schools. We do 2 big services where all the students are bussed in and we get to play. And so that is something that we develop and supplement with the Indiana State Teachers Curriculum, so that we have music, and we work with the students beforehand to tie into the curriculum. And that is a free concert for everyone. And our third concert is the Family Fun Concert. And that one, if you haven't been to, is pretty much a pack the Palladium. And there's an instrument petting zoo, and we play excerpts from all kinds of classics for all the different age groups. We've had kids as young as probably 6 months old on parents' laps, all to 100 coming up on stage for the last song. And so, and that tickets are only $5 for children through high school, and Clay Township residents comprise pretty much all of the attendees for that. That's our target outreach. So we're proud of having our home in Carmel, and we appreciate the support from Clay Township to make music matter for really audiences of everyone in Carmel. So thank you. And I think you have our application.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jen. Yes. I just have to tell you, you know how you get things done? You put the picture in here of somebody on the board. Thanks,
Is that one of our last fundraisers?
Right.
Thank you.
No, thank you very much.
Museum of Miniature Houses. I know they're here. Welcome back.
I'm Susie Moffett, one of the founders and the current president of the board of the Museum of Miniature Houses. We've been open to the public in our current location since 1993. We do all the things that you think of an art museum doing. We have tours, we have all kinds of activities for children, and one of the things that's been the most popular is a wand, too big to put in your purse, that people can use for a self-guided tour. We have been trying very hard to partner with some of the other Clay Township people, and one of the most fun things is that we display the high school's monumental exhibits once a year. You have to come see. They're done in miniature. They're that big and they're just wonderful to look at. About 20% of our guests come from Clay Township. We find that many of them are multi-generational families, grandparents on down to quite small children. We have special things for children when they're there. We have noticed an increase, and I see that some of you do the same thing. We've found an increase in senior guests. We're getting more groups from senior residences and also from senior groups that meet just in the daytime. So we have now, because of a generous person, a fund so that any senior group that needs transportation and doesn't have it on their own can apply to us for help getting them there. Twice a month we have celebrations of creativity and craftsmanship. These are art programs free to the public. They're anything from painters to poets, all kinds of people in the building on a Wednesday afternoon twice a month. In the summer, we switch that to children's programs. So the children can come with a parent and make something fun in miniature. Part of that program's become so popular that we have had to ask for reservations for the new people that come. We are asking for $18,000. Part of that is to fund the free arts program. Our presenters are almost 100% volunteers, but there are some expenses that they bring. They bring materials for audience participation, and we think we need to give them back the money that they spend on that. Once in a while we have a transportation problem. We have people come sometimes that have to rent a van to bring their exhibits to show. So it's nice if we can help to pay for that. Most of the money, however, will go for a new set of audio wands. We bought the first set in 13 years ago, bought a dozen of them. We're down to 7. And we've been told, you won't be surprised at this, that they aren't repairable because they are obsolete. So we need to replace them. They've been very popular and very useful, so we would like to replace them. I have one tiny little personal thing. I'm one of the founders of the museum. We spent 1.5 years looking for a place to house this museum. The founders were composed of people from Indianapolis and Carmel. And I am so glad that we ended up where we are, because I am in contact with museums across the country, and I'll tell you, they're not treated as nicely as we are. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Susie. ATI? Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, how are you? Hi, my name is Amanda Bolt, and I, along with my colleague Catherine Clemens, are the newest co-directors of education for Actors Theatre of Indiana, or ATI.
ATI is the only professional theater company in Hamilton County and is a resident in the Studio Theater of Carmel Center for the Performing Arts. We do operate under contract with the AEA, which is the Actors Equity Association. As we roll out our 15th season, our education opportunities are growing for all ages. We're starting programs all the way from elementary school to senior citizens.
Since Catherine and I took over as education directors, we've rebranded the education department to be called STEP, or Student Theater Education Programs with ATI. We really believe in this because it's our goal to help students take steps to becoming the best performers and the best people that they can be.
We are requesting $15,000 or 27% to help us continue to reach out to more people in Clay Township. Our biggest program with STEP is called SOAR. This allows students ages 13 to 18 to take a 6-week program to shadow ATI productions, learn from industry professionals from Indianapolis, Chicago, and New York, as well as put on their own New York style showcase at the end of it.
In addition to SOAR, we provide students ages 13 to 18 with 2 different summer camps, Audition Boot Camp and Business of Backstage, one of which just wrapped up last week. We also have partnered with Broadway Across America to provide half-price student tickets, talkbacks, and master classes with touring professionals from Broadway shows that are traveling the country.
As we said before, we're also trying to reach elementary age students with a program called Stories with Friends. This allows us to go into elementary schools, YMCAs, and libraries and put on either a 20-minute musical for the students or become a character that allows teachers to further a curriculum. For example, teaching them about camping, we become a camper. We also offer adult classes. Improv classes is our biggest one right now, and we're looking to expand that for more adult classes as well as solo classes for ages 16 and up. And our newest program we're most excited about is called Stories of Our Past, which we would really like your help with. During this 4 to 6 week program, we will go into nursing home facilities as well as senior retirement centers, sit down with the residents, learn their stories, and then bring their stories to life on the stage. This allows us to capture their stories and let their families hear their stories too. We particularly are looking to help senior citizens with dementia to get their stories told.
So thank you very much for your help last year, and we appreciate your consideration for our education programs to continue growing.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Hamilton County Parks. Family Promise of Hamilton County.
I'm Nancy Ramsey, and I'm the Executive Director for Family Promise of Hamilton County. We are a new nonprofit here in Hamilton County, and we work to alleviate and prevent homelessness of families here within our own communities. What we really do is serve children and those adults who are in charge. So we don't define family. That can be a single mom, single dad with their children, grandma, aunt, uncle. We don't define a family, it's just we're serving the children. We are part of a national affiliation program. There's 204 across the country, and we are just one of those newest ones. We partner, it's kind of a unique business model because we actually partner with 13 church congregations in our community. They provide the hospitality. The families spend the night at the churches on a weekly rotation. They provide meals and the love and support for the families there, the hospitality. Then we also have a day center, which is located in Noblesville. We provide the transportation for those families from the congregation to the day center and to work as well. At the day center, they get wraparound services, which might mean whatever those barriers are to the reason why they're homeless to begin with. So we might help them with resume building, interview skills, help them find affordable housing. We have 3 computers that have been donated that those families can use for that, as well as that provides a place for the school buses to pick them up, to take them to the respective schools where they have been. Excuse me. We thank you for your support in the past, and we are asking for a $30,000 grant this year to continue the services. We had our grand opening of our day center in May, and we started serving families in June. So we're looking for the transportation and to continue providing services for those families moving forward. In partnering with the congregations, there's over 700 volunteers that are involved with all of those congregations that help there as well as at our day center to provide the services.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Merciful Help Center.
Not red, Jane.
There's a
Jane.
person with red shoes on right
Well, there you go.
Jane.
You're a winner.
That's right.
Winner, chicken
Thank you.
dinner.
This is kind of funny, but all the data and statistics are in the application, so.
Oh, that's all right, Jane. We know you are.
Hi there. I just